In a world where big box stores force the corner store out of business, and the only new movies are remakes of sequels, something began stirring under the dull roar of reality shows and kitten videos. A primal call to know your neighbor, to support the local band, and to laugh at inside jokes about your hometown emerged. Get ready to watch local people with real talent on your local outlet. This is Metro Late Night. We're bringing local back.
Got these vivid imaginations, very real imaginations. My oldest, she likes to pretend she's pregnant. Very realistic though. She'll shove a doll up her shirt and then wander around the house for 3 to 4 hours saying things like, "Oh, my ankles are so swollen." "Put the pickles away or I'm gonna puke!" And then like 3 hours in, she's got this sippy cup of water in her hand. She spills it on the floor and goes, "It's time!" I'm just grateful her sister was playing doctor at that exact moment because she came and delivered that baby like a pro. She's like, "Sissy, you gotta remember your breathing." She's like, "Give me the drugs. It's too far beyond that, sweetheart. You're gonna hurt the kid. You gotta push. Dad, we're gonna need more towels." I'm like, what the hell is happening? I don't know what to do, so I just react. I go, "Who's the dad?" She goes, "Relax, it's not mine, I'm her surrogate." I go, "You're 7, you tell me who taught you that word."
I don't know why, but people ask me why Arabs are upset all the time. Why would you ask me? Arabs are upset because we don't have a medium. There's no middle Arab. It's either we don't like you or we hate you. There's no... Even in the way we look, my mother has 2 eyebrows, which is impressive for an Arab woman. One of them, it's healthy, it's thick, it's a 2x4. You can put a shelf on that thing. The other one is a thin, it's like a chemotherapy eyebrow. It looked like she slept next to a microwave with the door open. There's no middle. She's not here. There's no middle of the road. And the names we give these kids. You wouldn't be happy if your first name was the same as your last name. My man, what is your name? Nick. Nick is a nice guy. Nick comes out, he supports life comedy. Nick L. Nick is a jerk. Nick L. Nick didn't watch the game. Nick L. Nick is not going to share his Netflix password with you. Because it's hard going through life with a name like that. How do you introduce yourself to people? "Hey buddy, what's your name?" "Muhammad and Muhammad." It sounds like you're stuttering your own name. We are the oldest civilization in the world, and we ran out of names on like the second day. That's all. I'll let you guys know this before we go. They want to give guns to teachers. And listen, my mom and my aunt and my sister are teachers. They are the angriest people on earth. You're telling me you want an underpaid, overworked person who owes $60,000 of debt in a classroom with a bunch of kids? That's already a hostage situation. I don't know how they give them sharpened pencils. And the kids don't, look, the teachers don't like your kids. You ever hear teachers describe kids to other people when there are no adults around? Oh, it's savage. I got one little bastard, don't eat gluten. Another one will only eat green Jell-O at room temperature, and one kid that just smells like semen all day. I don't know what he did.
It's a fun job doing comedy. I love doing it. Sure beats my first job. My first job ever, bagging groceries. Job sucked. Paper or plastic has got to be the hardest question I've asked anyone in my entire life. "Sir, would you like paper or plastic today?" Let me text my wife. Hold on. Let's There's 2 answers, folks, and they're both correct. Just pick one. Don't get cute in line either, that's annoying. I was working one night and this lady goes, you know what surprised me? Surprise you? Well, don't look. She was like, surprise me, so I tripped her on the way out. She wasn't ready. Another guy comes in and goes, just do whatever's easiest. And I was like, all right. So I went on break. Glad you guys laughed. He was pissed. It's a 24-hour grocery store. That's unnecessary. You don't need groceries at 3 in the morning. If you're shopping for groceries at 3 in the morning, you're probably on something. The creepiest people would come through my line late at night, like, sir, would you like paper or plastic today? You know what? Give me plastic. I think she can breathe through paper. No, you can bag this yourself, sir. I'm not touching that. Thank you guys very much. My name's Nate Armbruster. Have a good night.
Which side of the room is hot tonight? Is the left side or is the right side?
You talking laughter or looks?
I'm talking, let's do both. Let's do both. I want to know which side gives you some blood rushing and also has the best laughs.
The best laughers, definitely the far right. The far right. Not like politically, but the far right of the room, stage right. And then the front row left, there's a guy in overalls. Oh,
He's sexy.
yes, in like a farmer way.
You can see up the shorts.
I wish.
Me too. Let's think about it for a moment.
I'm trying to get into heaven. Yes, my kids are bad as hell, so I figured I might as well try to get into heaven so I wouldn't have to spend eternity with them. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine dying going to hell and my kids in hell too. They complaining, Mom, it's hot. I'm in hell too. Now go talk to your grandma, ask the bishop to pray for you. Leave me alone. You got kids? You got kids? I can't stand my kids. I love them, but I don't like them. Tell y'all the truth, if my kids wasn't my kids, they couldn't be my kids' friends. They wouldn't be allowed up in my house. My son asked me, Mom, where do kids come from? I said, the clearance rack. You can't return them. You're defective. My kids make me so mad, sometimes I wish I was a bird. So I could just look at them and say, okay, you 6 weeks old, flap up out this nest. Or better yet, a turtle. That way I could go to the beach, lay my eggs, kick a little sand over them and go for a swim. Man, I bet it's nice being a turtle mom. I should have been a turtle mom. I'm happy the holiday season over with. For Christmas, my son wrote Santa a letter asking for $1,400 worth of stuff. I wrote him a letter back from Santa. Dear Jalen, quit playing. I'm not getting this. Had the nerve to ask one of them little motorized Jeeps. I went to Toys R Us, that car was $479. My first car cost me $3. I'm like, boy, if you get that car, that ain't your car, that's the family car. You're gonna be dropping me off at work and carrying your sister to school in that Tonka. So, you know, I started going to church because of my kids. But since I've been going to church, I found out kids been bad since the beginning of time. First bad kid, Cain. Like, Cain, where your brother? I don't know, I ain't his keeper. It made me wonder, do you think Mary had problems with Jesus? Do you think she ever say, Jesus, go clean your stable? When he say, ooh, I can't wait to go live with my real daddy. And I tell you, if you don't have kids, don't. Because once you have kids, your whole life change. You find yourself tired all the time. Because kids are exactly what their name stand for, K-I-D-S. Keep interrupting during sleep. Soon as you take a nap, what you hear? Mom, Stu. I have insurance on you.
I started a new diet. It's the caveman diet. It's 6 bowls of Fruity Pebbles a day. And, then on my cheat day, it's Cocoa Pebbles, because you only live once. I joined a gym, too, but I think it's for African American women. It's called La Fitness. Yeah. 4th of July was weird this year, man. The country's so divided, everybody's at each other's throats. I didn't feel very patriotic. I mean, it is an American holiday, right? You get drunk, you eat meat, and you blow stuff up. I don't know what more you could do, but I thought maybe we could up it a little bit in these crazy times and just be a little bit more America, you know? So I had a book burning, and then I stuck my junk in the chocolate fountain at the Golden Corral. There's a place you can go, though, anywhere. All this red state, blue state, fake news, all this stuff. You can go, there's a place you can go anywhere in the country and you feel united, right? You don't feel red or blue, just a purple rash. It's called Walmart. And it's incredible. Every Walmart's the exact same thing. It's an incredible experience. Every one of them is like a portal to Kentucky. There's like a hillbilly bear jamboree going on in there. Woo! Come on out on Walmart. There's a squirrel blowing on a milk jug. Boom, 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 boom. Then there's that freak with the eye popped out of his head waving at you when you walk in the door. The only people uglier than the staff at Walmart are the shoppers. When did it turn into a giant demolition derby of fat people in hover rounds? When did that happen? Just a fat Mad Max going on in there. Just a post-apocalyptic type 2 diabetes hellscape. One of them fatter than the other, just flesh oozing over the side. You don't know where the woman ends and the cart begins. It's like a cyborg in a kitty cat sweatshirt. I have an idea, though. This will change some lives. Why don't we put the Cheetos on the top shelf? It's a fat country, people. Oh, man. Oh, this is a fat country. Drive around. Go to an elementary school at recess. Nothing but waddling dodgeball targets. Just...
Things are happening in my 30s that didn't really happen in my 20s. Like, I was talking to this girl. She was 22. Everything was going good. The conversation was going good until the age part came up. I was like, oh, you're 22? That's cool. She said, how old are you? I was like, 31. And she said, ew. She said to me, ew. Like I was expired milk, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, this one's from 1986 and knows what Teddy Ruxpin is. Oh my God, get it away from me. And she saw I was kind of distraught, so she tried to make it up to me. She was like, oh, you know what, I'm sorry. You know, my son's father is 31. And yeah, he was kind of a jerk, so I kind of had like a knee-jerk reaction. Sorry. I was like, really? She's like, yeah. I was like, oh, you have a son? She said, yeah. I was like, ew, because screw the high road, you know? I showed her. Thank you guys for laughing at these jokes, by the way, because I still have a daytime job. So sometimes it's hard to come up with these when you're balancing that stuff in your head. You know, like I'm balancing my daytime job and paying back my student loans and my 3 kids to feed on The Sims. It's hard being me, that's what I'm trying to say. I like stand-up though. Stand-up's a cool job. It's one of the coolest jobs I've had. I've had some real crappy jobs before this, you know. I'm sure everybody can relate. Clap if you had a crappy job before. Clap. Yeah, we all can relate. Yeah. I used to work at Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. I always get that response right there like I just came out of war. You know, like, oh my God, you're so brave. God bless your heart. How long did you serve? It almost seems like that because it changes your mentality when you work at Chuck E. Cheese. Like, before then, I was actually on the fence about having kids. Yeah. But now I'm on the pill. And, yeah, I'm on the pill. I'm wearing condoms. Like, I'm wearing a condom right now. That's how much I don't want to have kids. It's a very traumatic experience.
Auburn is a very small town. Most people mistake it for Auburn Hills. No, just Auburn. Very tiny. Everybody knows each other's business. Like, they knew that I grew up poor. They used to like to rub it in my face that they could afford cool games that I couldn't. They'd come to school and be like, hey, Sam, me and my dad played Grand Theft Auto this weekend. And I'm like, well, me and my dad played Grand Theft Cable. I played the character of Lookout. We moved around each town growing up because my dad was always doing shady things. And each new apartment that I moved to, he's like, Sam, I don't get it. How does the government keep on finding us? I'm like, maybe because you keep on applying for their assistance. Yeah, I had a weird roommate in high school. And then I moved down to Wayne State, and then I had an even weirder roommate. Yeah, she would come into my room and say things like, Sam, I was with Jason last night and it broke. It broke. What if I have herpes or a baby? And I'm like, well, those two things aren't mutually exclusive. You could have both. And if you're super worried, think of that broken condom as half full and not half empty. We're optimists. We are optimists. Yeah, I had a 4-year sex dry spell, a 4-year sex hiatus, and during that time, my friends were like, Sam, you're not hideous. You could go out and get some strange if you wanted it. I don't want to fling. I want it to be like a present that I give somebody. And they're like, you are not a virgin anymore. Like, I am not above regifting. I know.
Here we are with Sam Rager, comedian extraordinaire. She just came off stage. And Sam, how did it go?
Oh, I had a blast. The crowd was phenomenal. And they should come to all the shows and be like hype men.
I sense some sarcasm in your voice.
Oh, no, I'm not being sarcastic. If you came to the show, you need to come to every show at Mark Ridley's. Every week.
But 2018's been a good year, y'all. I'm gonna be a dad in a couple weeks. And I'm scared already. Like, I'm not even scared about being a parent. It's just those fatherly moments. Like, when I teach him how to ride a bike for the first time. Like, what if he gets hit by a car? But you know what? That might be a good life lesson, y'all. Because now he knows it's like rock, paper, scissors on these streets. Car beats bike every time. Like, the only time you go win, you run into somebody with a scooter. Goes car beats bike, bike beats scooter, car murders scooter, y'all. But I love talking about my family. I got twin brothers, and I thought they were geniuses when they were younger. So they were about 6 years old. They came running up to me. They was like, Devontae, we just made a dipping sauce. I'm like, you telling me 2 little 6-year-old half black boys made a dipping sauce? I haven't invented anything. Y'all gonna make me look bad. He's like, you wanna try it? I'm like, of course. He hands me a chicken nugget. I dunk it. I'm like, no, this tastes kind of weird. Like, what'd you put in the dipping sauce? It's like, well, we started with some mustard. I'm like, okay. And then we put some barbecue sauce. I'm like, cool. And then we finished it with some Dawn. I was like, so you put dish soap in the dipping sauce down there? He's like, it's bubbly, ain't it? Like, it's not a good bubbly, boy. Every time I fart, bubbles coming out. That's not normal. But I love talking about my family. I like talking about my cousins too, man. I got a cousin, Jabari, and I know what y'all thinking. This fool credit score 200 points worse than mine. And my cousin, he's 17, and he comes up to me, asks me for advice, because he knows I always mess with him, because I'm a comic. And so he's like, Devontae, can I talk to you on a serious note? I'm like, what's up, Jabari? He's like, well, I've been dating this girl, and she told me that she might be pregnant. I'm like, well, you didn't use condoms, Jabari? He's like, I didn't have any money. I'm like, well, next time I'll buy you some condoms, man. He's like, you gotta have safe sex. I'm like, but you didn't think to pull out, Jabari? So you never heard of the pull-out method? He's like, that's the thing, cuz. We was having sex on a pull-out couch, so I didn't even think she can get pregnant. I was like, wow, you about to have a dumb baby, Jabari. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get out on this. So my cousin Jabari is deathly allergic to bees, and if he gets stung 3 times, that's it. He out the game, y'all. So one day we was at a barbecue, and this swarm of bees started chasing him, and I didn't do anything. My auntie came up and slapped me in the back of the head. She's like, Devontae, you know your cousin allergic to bees. He could have died. Like, you want me to be honest, auntie? We need bees. Their population is going down. They pollinate the plants. And unless Jabari can make a cereal that tastes great and lowers my cholesterol, I'm probably gonna take bees 9 times out of 10, auntie.
And I thank you for your kind applause, even though I kind of recognize it for exactly what it is, which is pity applause, because I know exactly what you're thinking. Oh, look, an old lady. Yeah, if we wanted to talk to Grandma, we'd go home and call her on her landline, wouldn't we? Yeah. Send her an email on her AOL account. Well, screw you. Listen, I want you to know I'm just as funny as all these young comics you're seeing up here tonight. In fact, I look out and I see all you sweet young things in the audience, and I'm thinking, really, I'm no different than you. In fact, just like you, I still have a little visitor every month, too. Except I actually look forward to mine. It's called a Social Security check. Yeah. I'm still even on the pill, but I take mine to prevent unwanted heart attacks. Yeah, look, okay, I'm old, I'm also a widow, and I have found the world has a very difficult time dealing with old widows. I went out to buy a new car recently, and the car salesman said, ooh, can I interest you in this little 4-door sedan? I said, well, actually, I'd like to look at that little red convertible over there. And he said, oh, will the mister be joining us? I said, only if you brought a shovel. Seriously, what difference does it make? But I'll admit, I miss having a man in my life, and I tried all kinds of different things to meet someone, and finally I realized I was relegated to that vast black hole in the cyber universe where the last shred of your self-esteem goes to commit suicide, online dating. So I go online and it says to post a picture and a profile. So I sorted through all my naked selfies. You laugh, I don't have nearly as many as I had. Apparently Siri turned me into the FBI for... Who knew you couldn't store senior porn in the cloud? But then it said to post a profile, and to be honest in the profile, so I wrote, strong independent woman seeks intelligent man for stimulating conversations, afternoons at the DIA, evenings at the theater, gourmet dinners. I got no hits whatsoever. So I thought, well, I'll change that up a little bit. So I wrote, quiet, demure gal seeks big, strong, take charge, man of the house type guy. I love to cook, I love to clean, I love to swallow, and I love to do laundry. Suddenly I had 100 hits. Who knew all these guys wanted their laundry done?
the Motor City. I'm glad to be home, Lord. In the Motor City. The rain coming Spain, but mainly on the plane. And I think about the time I was a child. Mama's cooking dinner, Daddy's on the job every day. Tell me what I'd say. I'm glad to be home in the Motor City. I'm glad to be home, Lord, in the Motor City. The Tigers still playing the ball. Pistons gonna win it all. And I think about the olden days. Some things have changed. My love still remains the same throughout the year. Oh, you know I shed some tears. I'm glad to be home in the Motor City. Let the wheel roll straight down 8 Mile Road. I got something to do right down Woodward Avenue. I feel so alive, just cruising out of drive. I feel my blood shiver, waiting on the bus Grand River. I got the money in my pocket, hanging down at Easter Market. The girls are so pretty in the Motor City. The girls are so pretty in the Motor City. Let the wheel roll straight down 8 Mile Road. I got something to do